Okay, this is section 7.3, Solving Linear Systems by Elimination. Another name you may hear it called is linear combination. When we finish, I want you to be able to solve a linear system using the elimination method, and I also want you to check the solution. Now, when we work with linear combination or elimination, our goal is to combine the two equations so that one of the variables is eliminated or cancels out. So what we're going to do is we want to put our equations in the form of ax plus by is equal to c. The next thing, you need to make sure that the x's and the y's line up. And then you want to eliminate a variable. In order to do that, you want the coefficients of one of the variables to be the same number but with opposite signs. And you'll see more in just a second. Okay, now this one we're going to solve using elimination. Now this one's already set up beautifully for us. First, I notice it's in the form of ax plus by equals c. ax plus by equals c. So both equations are already set up. Now the next thing is I want to see which variable I want to eliminate. This is where you've got to take a few minutes and you've got to plan, well, a few seconds and plan. We've got 4 and 2, or I have a positive 3 and a negative 3. Well, that one's perfect because 3y minus 3y adds up to 0. So it's a positive 4x combined with a 2x. Well, that's going to give me 6x. Drop down my equal sign, and what's 16 plus 8? Well, that's 24. Divide each side by 6. So then we have x is equal to 4. Now we found x, we need to find y. So when I'm finding y, I'm going to choose either equation that I want. I'm just going to take the top one. So I'm going to look at 4x plus 3y is equal to 16, and I'm going to plug in 4 for my x value. So I have 4 times 4 plus 3y is equal to 16. Well, 4 times 4 is 16 plus 3y is equal to 16. I'm going to isolate y, so I'm going to subtract 16 from both sides. So now I have, well, 3y is equal to, well, 16 minus 16 gives me 0. I'm going to divide each side by 3. And y is equal to 0. So my solution for this equation is the coordinate for 0. Now if I want to check it just to be sure, I'm going to plug the x value in for x, the y value in for y, and double check in both equations. Now, again, we're going to solve using elimination. Now on this one, I look at ax plus by is equal to c, ax plus by is equal to c. So my form is good. I just need to figure out which one I'm going to get rid of. Now the first thing I notice is, well, 2 and 3, I could fix that so it had the same variable, but look, the same coefficient. But look at y. I've got a negative 2y, and essentially I have a 1y right here. What would I multiply this by so that it would be a positive 2? Because this one's a negative 2, I want this one to be a positive 2. I'd multiply it by 2. So I'm going to multiply each and every term in this top equation by 2. So 2 times 2x is going to give me 4x. 2 times a positive 1y is going to give me a positive 2y. 2 times 5 is going to give me 10. Now this one I'm just going to bring over. It's going to stay the same. So I'm going to have 3x minus 2y is equal to 4. Well, 4x and 3x, that's going to give me 7x. Positive 2y minus 2y, that adds up to 0. 10 and 4 give me 14. Divide each side by 7. So I have x is equal to 2. Well, now that I know what x is, I can take either equation and I can find y. So I'm going to take the bottom one this time. I have 3x minus 2y is equal to 4. So I have 3 times 2 minus 2y is equal to 4. So 6 minus 2y is equal to 4. I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. So I have negative 2y is equal to negative 2. Divide both sides by negative 2. So I have y is equal to 1. So my solution for this one is the point 2, 1. Now, let's take a look at this one. Oh, I'm in the correct format again. ax plus by equals c. ax plus by equals c. X's line up, equal sign lines up, everything's where it needs to be. Now I'm going to go through. Oh, I've got a positive x and a positive 1x. I mean, this one's going to be easy to do a lot of different things with. I could, if I wanted to eliminate the y, I would multiply each term up here by negative 2. But I could also multiply each term by negative 1 and have a positive x and a negative x. So I'm going to change this one. So now I have negative x minus y is equal to negative 18. And I could have done the same thing to this one. I just, for some reason, just didn't. I'm going to bring this one over just as it is. X plus 2y is equal to 25. Now I'm just going to go through and combine. A negative x combined with a positive x adds up to 0. Negative y combined with 2y gives me y. Drop down my equal sign. 25 combined with a negative 18. That gives me 7. So now I know my y value is 7. I'm going to take either equation. I'm going to take the top one this time to find y. So I have x plus y is equal to 18. Y is 7. So x plus 7 is equal to 18. Subtract 7 from both sides. So now I have x is equal to 11. So my solution for this one is the point 11, 7. Okay, now let's take a look at another one. I have 3x plus 2y is equal to 8, and 2y equals 12 minus 5x. Right off the bat, I see a problem. The top one's in ax plus by equals c. This bottom one is not. I needed an ax plus by equals c, so I'm going to change this one. I just have to move some things around. So I'm going to add 5x to both sides, and that's actually going to take care of it. So when I rewrite it, I have 5x plus 2y is equal to 12. This top one, I'm just going to bring over. So for this one, I have 3x plus 2y is equal to 8. Now as I look at this, I'm saying, Okay, 3 and 5, I could eliminate that. It's going to be some work. Let me check this one. Positive 2, positive 2. I can easily make one of those 2's negative. I'm going to make this top one negative. So I'm going to multiply each and every term by -1. So I am going to have, let me drop down here, negative 3x minus 2y is equal to -8. I'm just going to bring this one over. So I have 5x plus 2y is equal to 12. Negative 3x combined with 5x, that gives me 2x. Negative 2y plus 2y adds up to 0, is equal to, let's see, negative 8 plus 12, that's 4. Divide both sides by 2, and I end up with x is equal to 2. Now, I'm just going to plug into one of these others. I'm going to do this second equation to find y. So I have 2y is equal to 12 minus 5x. So 2y is equal to 12 minus 5 times 2. So that's going to be minus 10. So 2y is equal to 2. Divide both sides by 2. So y is equal to 1. So y is 1, x is 2. I want to write it as an ordered pair, so I have the solution of the point 2, 1. And that's my answer. Okay, I think we have time for one more. Okay, now this one, ax plus by equals c. It's lined up perfectly. But now I've got 3 and 4, 5 and 2. These are going to be a little more challenging. The others I've been able to multiply one of the equations. This time I have to multiply both of the equations. This one I've got a positive value and a negative value. So I'm going to eliminate the x's. You could eliminate the y's just as easily. It's all a matter of personal choice. So the first one I'm going to multiply by a positive 4. And this bottom equation I'm going to multiply by a positive 3. Because 4 times 3 is going to give me a positive 12, and 3 times negative 4 is going to give me a negative 12. So I know I'm going to be able to cancel those x's. So let me go ahead and write this over here. Now when I distribute, 4 times 3x gives me 12x, 4 times 5y gives me 20y, and 4 times 6 gives me 24. For the second one, 3 times negative 4x gives me negative 12x, plus 6y is equal to positive 15. Now I'm going to just come through and I'm going to combine my terms. 12x minus 12x adds up to 0. 20y plus 6y gives me 26y, and 24 plus 15 is 39. Okay, oh, I'm not liking the way this looks. I'm going to divide each side by 26. Okay, now when I simplify this, if I plug it in my calculator, I'm going to get 1.5. If I were to simplify it, I would get 3/2. So now I've got my y value. Let's plug it in to find x. Okay, so when I plug this in, I chose the first equation. I have 3x plus 5 times 1.5 is equal to 6. So now I have 3x plus 7.5 is equal to 6. Subtract 7.5 from both sides. So I have 3x is equal to negative 1.5. Divide each side by 3. And when I do that, I get x is equal to negative 1/2 or negative 0.5. My solution is negative 0.5 and 1.5.